It's like there is actually a breach being hovered. Thank God. Thank God Mason switched off.
Mason's definitely not playing the Clove.
It's like they're coming up with a comp last minute, if I had to guess. I mean, God, I hope not. I'm eating pineapple.
Yeah, I assume so. Anime's not even here.
Thank God. Okay. Daybreak coming out. Double dive composition. Pretty standard. This is where you guys alt F4. So you alt F4 now and then you come back, like, you just open the game back up immediately. Alright, it worked. Alright, straight away. By the way, to anyone watching, Guppery Uppers 53 is animated, but his name was changed on request from him. Anyone can do that, by the way. Just shoot me a message if you want your name to be something else. Right, the differences between these two teams shining through. Dark on the Sova, while Average choosing the Fade. Clove being run for Daybreak, something that's been a staple so far in playoffs. Just like a last-ditch effort to run it down and just shoot the other team first, basically. Cress on the Phoenix, however. This guy is mechanically incredibly talented. There's no doubt about it.
Wait, who are you on, Poke?
He's on reality.
I just loaded it in.
Okay. Right away, Sova Dart sent to middle. Extra damage. Orb gonna be taken here for Crass. Already just 5 off the Phoenix ultimate.
Looks like Team Radical Light's looking to take it slow, poke around the map, trying to find where the Cypher's set up.
Right. Wire from Kibikot here, just holding the A main space. Mason jiggling, but doesn't want to advance any further. In fact, both of these teams are just starting off playing in neutral time. Mason getting a little bit on edge here. Jump spot from Consume. One way goes down, allows Mason to walk up, but the drone will foil his plan. Drone broken, actually not broken, it stays alive somehow, but Raise Nade action all of a sudden. Sun goes off, buys a little bit of time. 4 rotations come out for Daybreak. Molly goes out, forces Mason off the line. Flash as well. Dart goes out onto the A site, allows Animated to walk out of stairs. Sees will be popped. Time running low. Mason finds Dark with the shock dart. Gets the trade. Animated. An Average on site. Daybreak capitalized off of Team Radical, who played it way too slow, ran out of time, were forced to force the way onto site.
Yeah, they were just looking for a Cypher that never showed himself. Reality decided to put the trip deeper instead of doing the main trip because he had the cam. So they never found the Cypher, so their plan kind of just shattered afterwards. They didn't know what to do once they didn't find the Cypher.
I gotta be right back, I'm sorry. You can take over. I'll be right back. My bad.
All good. Oh, and then a bonus here. Looks like an A. They're gonna try to poke through this A side of the map. See if they can bombard Reality here. Look at that orb for Crass. Stacking that Phoenix orb early. Shocks out the trip here. Looks like they're gonna back off. Heard the Cypher trip. Probably stacked over here, so gonna see what they can find mid. Phoenix jumps on mid, sees Average. And Mason walked up with the Outlaw, finds the Lurker.
Caution here.
Average gonna get some chip damage with the Guardian onto Dark. Remember at 35 HP, but still alive.
Where are you?
Average gonna eye out mid. Does not see the Raze. Raze is tucked in here deep. See if he can make something happen. Mason holding a very tight angle onto the elbow space. And Average gonna dog out this main. Going to find at least
30
one.
seconds left.
Mason gonna get flashed out here. Gonna get away though. He's gonna catch Crest. Meanwhile, Average peeks onto the Omen. They see Soba here. I think they find both.
Long.
In reality, he's gonna catch Dark. Again, this team played very slow and kind of ran out of options. Of course, on the stage, so see what they can do with the buy. Team Radical Light playing a very slow style of game right now. Trying to find gaps in the play that, with how little pressure they're putting, isn't being given to them. Definitely gonna have to create more pressure on some side of the map here. Reality never really forced
This is a nice spot. Who will see better?
play the game that much. It hasn't really been pressure at all. So see if Radical Light could do something different here. Mason, they take some shots through the one way, thinking he heard or saw something. Dark gonna shock the trip that isn't there. The nade does not break the stairs trip. Reality gets a little broken by Espen, and the Omen here gonna be able to kill off Reality while Animated trades out Crest. 4v4 retake here. So Radical Light want to take back side. Espen, a 1 HP kills Average. Dark kills Animated.
Last player standing.
Mason tries to no-scope the Outlaw, putting this to a 1v4. What is Consume supposed to do here with the Bucky? That's a 6 HP here, close. Gonna try to secure this pretty good bonus, anti-bonus here. Aston cleans up the kill. Pretty clean, all things considered. Didn't really do a good job of clearing out the Cypher util, but still were able to just hit the Cypher side anyway. It's good trading. Reality not able to get the kill on the Raze stripped. Yes, Poke, it was a very clean camera angle. Indeed. It's a good job by Radical Light not to let this get out of control early. Get the bonus that they desperately needed to grab. Now here for the buy round. Looks like there's split here. Phoenix is gonna sell a fake on A with his ult. And bait out some Muto. And C3 here, probably calling for his team to speed up on the B side of the map.
Campfire destroyed.
Nade gonna break a trip. They're just gonna commit here on this weaker side. Reality's gonna have to hold it down by himself. Gonna break both trips. Reality just out in the open, gets caught. Animated, able to trade out.
I'm out of here.
Put into a 4v4 and already have full backside control. It's gonna be hard for Radical Light to hold the side here. KiwiCot though does find Animated and Mason gets backed off. Average finds Dark through spam, but Omen trades it.
Last player standing.
The Omen coming huge here on site. 2v1. Mason pops his ult, but KiwiCot. It's a great job of picking the fights he wants to take and winning the round. Getting a little chaotic there, but Team Radical Light taking the correct fights.
Yes, this should do.
Looks like Daybreak just trying to make some hero plays that didn't really work out well. Reality, solo anchored, really overpeaked that. But it happens, you know. You trust the Cypher setup, and hey, one did get caught by the trip. But Radical Light love to stay in pairs, so if you see one, you're usually going to see two behind them. Now going into a 2-2-1 here again. Phoenix alone on A. See if he can take a fight against Mason. Consume gonna get a little bit of chip damage to the wall, but Dark is gonna be able to catch him.
Satchel out. Satchel out.
Animated in the smoke here. See if he can do anything. Average gonna dog out the
Spike
site here. It's
planted.
gonna catch the Omen here in the cubby. Animated unchecked. Ah, but now he's gonna get caught. Anyway, still gets the kill on Espen. Basically, you're fighting two flank with a stinger. Omen's gonna catch Animated.
One enemy remaining.
Gonna win the fight, and Team Radical Light just winning all their fights. get caught here being at 1 HP, but just instantly traded. Was a save round, but they're dropped by Team Radical Light, just taking the fights together. It looks like a P10. And it looks like Reality has DC'd, so looks like Reality DC'd, so gonna have to wait on him. But Poke, you wanna unmute and just have a little chat while this happens?
Sure, why not?
What do you want to talk about, Poke? My boy.
I mean, it seems Team Radical Light is like trying to really stall these pushes. They take a lot of time. I mean, I don't remember which round it was. Actually, I think it was first round where they stalled all the way till like the end. There was no time left on the timer.
They got stalled out completely.
Yeah, but I think their style is a very slow, methodical approach. But also, I feel like it kind of harms them.
Yeah,
I'm back.
for sure. Yeah, they P10 for Daybreak.
Can I get
Reality
why?
DC'd. Reality DC'd.
Alright. How long has it been?
It just started like 30 seconds ago. Maybe a
Okay.
minute.
You got a certain amount of time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I should have started a timer. I completely forgot. It's been about a minute. I would say a minute.
Okay, can you start a timer then?
How long is it supposed to be for?
Checking right now.
How much?
$15 minutes.
So they're at a minute.
A total
40,
of
so-
15 minutes.
Yeah, so once my stopwatch gets to a minute, it'll be 2 minutes and I'll start a 13-minute timer. It's 13 in total, right? So if Reality DC's again, it goes into their 13 minutes.
There's 15 minutes total.
Yeah, but I mean, like, now that they're at 13 minutes.
So they have 13 minutes left for this map.
Yeah. Okay, I will start the game then. You want to resume the call? Thing here.
They're good?
Yeah, they both said R.
Alright, yeah. Whoever is...
Snuff them out.
Already back into it. Team Radical Light on a bit of a hot streak here. However, Ultimate Cycles not exactly around just yet. Average one off. Might be able to spin the rounds back in his favor. Drone goes out. Doesn't catch anything on B main animated. Walking mid. Cress as well. Walked up A right now. Might be able to get an engagement with Mason. Slowly clearing these corners. Gonna hear Espen, but backs off. Espen catches him, but just barely. Mason makes out like a ghost in the night. Tripwire goes down, preventing any further flanks. Spam damage done. Mason being forced deeper onto the A site. Smoke going down.
Fire in the hole!
Going to pop this ultimate. Crest finds Reality, but Mason sits the ultimate down. Playing on site still. Razor goes down. Not going to hit anything. Smokes onto elbow. The Omen navigating very well. Finds animated consume and Mason as well. Finish this round out 3-3. Daybreak didn't even have to use any ultimates to find this round. Just navigated the site very well. Mason showed incredible restraint there. Not pushing any further. Being forced off the line by Espen, but still retaining his life. Sitting Espen's Raise Rocket down.
Yeah, very good adjustment from what they've been doing. Getting the numbers there before they hit and kind of not letting their kind of death ball style gameplay get the better of them.
Immediately, Team Radical pushing the pace a little bit, funneling into B. There is a 3-stack waiting on the other side. Dark missing this drone just a little bit, but still manages to find the tag onto Consume. Gonna pop this Raze ultimate. Finds Crest, but it's just the Phoenix ult. An ult for an ult, but I'd say Consume is the loser in this situation. Eye goes out, doesn't clear much. In fact, all of Radical still sitting in B main. Spam shots go out. At the same time, Mason walking down A main, clearing all the space, allowing 3 to be kept on the site, but Omen sticks a teleport in. No, does not stick a teleport into Elbow, just putting pressure on Elbow. Still cancels, but 2 remain on the B site. Dart goes out from Dark. Flash around the corner, smoke not in time, but average. Fade ultimate. Dark getting this plant, but Consume straight around the corner finds 3! A triple for Consume! Didn't even have to point and aim, just spammed them down off the back of Average's Fade ultimate. And just like that, the round is over. Daybreak crawling back into this game. It does not matter how much momentum Radical have. Now timeout will be taken.
It just felt like Radical had 5 people on site and no one was holding the most obvious angle possible.
Right.
He just walked in through stairs and killed 3 people.
Right. It would not have been possible without the Fade ultimate.
I did. No one was able to hear, but still, gotta be. Smile definitely didn't like what he heard in the comms, because that should never happen. Especially, that is the most common angle someone's gonna peek. Someone has to be holding that. It's like Poke is taking us for a little walk over here through the streets of Sunset.
Very peaceful.
Yeah.
Much unlike what I imagine is going on in this timeout right now. Smile doing a lot of good. Good work from him. Just immediately noticing there's an issue and punching the stop button. They're down by 1 round, but this timeout isn't about the lead. It's about some flaw that he spotted in the game plan. Radical this time. Both duelists over towards A alongside Omen. Looks like Dark wants to take an early angle on the mid, or perhaps just shoot a dart. Early camera as well out from Kibicot. Taking no chances here. Consume an Average. Walking down B silently. Dark goes out, not going to spam anything, but Mason catches Espen. There are still 2 in A main. Cress and the Omen holding this line, but Mason repeats, finds Omen. Stun goes out. Cress forced off the line. Reality backing his teammates up. Both parties reset just for now. Dust settles. 3 versus 5.
Here.
Camera goes out. Reality holding this angle. Mason as well getting ready to peek off of it if the need would arise. Dark in middle. Pressure, but Cress handles it well. Wall goes out. Mason backs off the line and has a read, but there is a double hold. Reality sits Cress down. Dark still around the angle. Reality finds a second. It's just Kibicot left. Finds the first, but Average taunts her, spinning in the air to find the headshot. 5-3. Radical. A short string of rounds. Success found, but now slowly slipping out of their hand like sand through a strainer.
Indeed, it looks like Daybreak just realized that the slow play doesn't really mean anything if they can't win the fights. So they just gotta hold their ground.
100%, and a team like Radical Light relies so heavily on anti. It's difficult to anti a team that just runs it down. However, the ult cycles are starting to come back through for Radical. Dark with the Sova ultimate. Mason sliding out, finds 2 before Crest finally sits him down. Daybreak pushing the pace at just the right moment and finding the man advantage. Crest going to take this opportunity to get 1 closer to the Phoenix ult, but not going to help him much right now. Wall for extra pressure and a flash, but Reality pretty much instantly clears all of it. Kibicot still in middle, checks this cam, does not spot animated. Holding this link space, just out of reach of the vision cone. Reality around this corner has the read. Does he notice? He does. Catches Crest. Hat goes down as well. Going to give them all the information they need. Espen forced to back off. Kibicot stranded alone in middle. Daybreak with infinite information here. Seas goes out. Espen whiffs. Animated finds Kibicot. It's just Espen, a high performing player. have to do so much more and almost does, but close but no cigar as Average takes the round 6-3. Daybreak stringing their own little success story together. 4 rounds in a row now. 1-upping Radical Light, and now they'll have to see if they can keep it going. Consume, getting our first operator of the series out.
I will say a lot of Team Radical Light's success has been off of Cress's incredible performances. Starting off very slow this map.
Right, 100%.
So they're
And
going to need him to step it up in order for him
fact
to have a
that-
chance in this
the
map.
fact that he's only gotten 2 Phoenix ults into this half, you have to get more Phoenix ults, especially as such a high performer. Force Up's gonna come now, and Dark fails to shoot this camera just out of his reach. Mason has the read, walking down alongside Reality. Consume holding Fangle, but sleeping at the wheel as Espen finds the kill, allowing KiwiCot to get this Cypher ultimate down. Reality and Mason running off of the angle. Just want to fake the rotation. Does he read it? No, knife out again. Another one of Daybreak's members caught sleeping as Omen finds the pick on the Mason, opening the A site wide up. Average and animated in another 2 versus 5. We'd have to go big
Spike
here.
planted.
No ultimates for either of them, but Radical need to keep this clean. Daybreak have endless money, but Radical Light, the same cannot be said for them. Instantly going to be broken. Flash goes around, but animated. Quick turn of the flash. Allows Average to pop around the angle. Another flash as well. Animated finds KiwiCot, finds Espen, and all of a sudden, this is looking so dangerous, but Dark, make sure that nothing more can be said about the rounds. Damage is still good here. KiwiCot and Espen gonna have to force up here, but still have just enough for a full buy. Daybreak economy is still good for them.
Yeah, I felt
Dark.
like that last round. Daybreak kind of just got caught out by just walkdowns. I felt
Right,
like
100%.
they weren't really paying attention to what was happening. Consume should have gotten that kill on Raze. That
Right,
should
but
have been
was
3 kills,
sleeping on the wheel, man. It was pretty egregious. Reality this time playing more passive. Mason watching for a dart. Ultimate going to be popped as Mason finds Press. Reality staying alive as long as he can, but eventually going to be found. However, Mason in elbow pops his ultimate, gets 3 on the round. What more can he find? No, Espen finally sits him down, but the damage has been done. Espen on 1 HP, 2 versus 3 situation. It's basically just KiwiCot miles away. Average finding his way back onto the site. Boombot from Consume as well. So has this operator gonna float back over towards the middle, just gonna get posted, make sure that nobody can exploit this gap. Dust settles, silence descends upon the map. KiwiCot and Espen playing it slow, want to play to their time. Around this angle, not going to find anything, however, Average. The one part they didn't clear still remains a gargoyle, immovable stone statue. Now Espen 1 HP books it back to A main, or to B main. Seems to have a read. The B side is empty. This might just be his
30
chance.
seconds left.
Has no time to lose. Can't even afford to clear. And he angles, knows that if one bullet hits him, it is over for him.
Spike planted.
KiwiCot in spawn barely misses this engagement onto Consume. Animated, knife out through spawn, groups back with the rest. Metal goes out, but KiwiCot might just be good for this. In fact, KiwiCot has to be good for this, because if it's not KiwiCot, then who is it? But no, Average puts it into a 2 versus 1, and Espen is on 1 HP. What can she do? She's been good, but that would be a step too far for the young player. Average takes the round barely, but round is a round in Daybreak. Economy is still good. Round 1 like this, it's going to mean that Team Radical
Push a button.
has to force up on the last round, and it's going to be a scrappy round for sure. Dark still with the Sova
round
ultimate
before
yet
the
to be
switch.
used, hasn't been doing a good job of actually getting these ults out. So now the ult cycle a little bit damaged, but at least he has the Sova ultimate for the last round of the half. Raise Rocket close for Consume, and Average with his Fate ultimate. Ults are definitely in the advantage of Daybreak here, but Radical, we've seen what they can do, even on weaker buys here, but the big issue right now isn't the ults or the economy, it's Cress. 3 and 10, absolutely asleep today. Now Dark goes out towards mid. Radical want to push the pace a little bit. Spam out towards market. Raise nade in top mid. However, Animated takes Cress out. And Mason sits Omen down before anything can even happen. Team Radical's already down. Man advantage lost. I and Boombot out in B main. I going to be broken. A little bit of extra information going to go a long way. Drone catches Consume, but there's still 2 on the site. Radical going to have to contend against an army. Cage goes out from Kibiquat, but Dark failed timing as Animated catches a 3rd kill into this round. Mason on the flank. Espen catching him, but Animated takes Espen down and brings it to an 8-4 half. Dominance from Daybreak, actually stringing together so many rounds. Radical just coming up short whenever it mattered the most. Daybreak running away with it. It's the best that we've seen them play in a while. Everyone is firing on all cylinders right now. Even Reality, 4-7, isn't exactly fragging out, but still having so much impact in terms of the space that he's getting and holding. I don't know if you have already, but halftime, 1 minute. The story of this half is going to be who can keep their momentum going, Daybreak, or can Team Radical Light find the will to switch the odds on Daybreak's head. Everyone kind of asleep right now. And Cress as well, the most egregious example. No hate to him, he was incredible during the game against Shadow of 9, where Team Radical Light eventually ended up getting sent down to the lowers, but if he's going to play like this, I'm sorry to say, Radical Light have basically no chance, because he is the catalyst for so many of their uber important rounds.
I will say, Radical Light making some egregious mistakes. Like, some mistakes that can't be happening. People not trading. Comms seem like just super chaotic and flooded. So they're going to have to really calm their nerve here and just talk to each other. Make sure they're listening to each other. And just making sure they're on the same plan. Just on the same plan. Half time over. Both teams. Live. And we are live.
You what?
We are live.
Or, oh, a lot of these mistakes are even more egregious because a team of Team Radical's Light's caliber shouldn't be making these mistakes. If it was any other team, then sure, fine. Have at it. Have it your way. Team Radical Light is just too well drilled to be making mistakes like these. I know that they're good on the fundamentals. Maybe this is just a bad map for them. One can definitely hope. We haven't seen Cress on this specific role too much. We've seen him on a lot of Chamber and Jet where he's excelled 100%. And already proactivity from Radical, but Daybreak pushing the pace, catches Cress off guard, have absolutely no answers for that, but Espen, even in the playing field, 1 HP, but still, damage is damage. Dark 1 HP as well. Daybreak not stopping their march forward. 3 in elbow now is Animated. Stays behind, wants to push through this smoke once it eventually draws to a close. Paranoia goes out, stalls out the push from Radical. But Aspen still on site. 1 HP. Animated somehow finds 2. Omen
Player standing.
gets a trade on the Consume, but Animated again tilts it right back in Daybreak's favor. Omen trying to see if he can have any damage forward into this round, but Animated closes the round out 9-4. Animated just going absolutely berserk there, 16-8. This guy, the form that we had to see out of him if we want Daybreak to continue on in the lower bracket, and it seems like we might just be getting this incredible form back from Animated. You know, if Radical Light hinges on Cress's performance, Daybreak, I would say, not as much, obviously, but heavily relies on Animated's performance, on the Clove. This is an agent that Animated is just allowed to run it down on. Daybreak running it down in B main. Consume as well, pushing the pace heavily, but KiwiCot going to catch him out. Mason getting that trade, finding a second for his troubles. Doesn't even matter if Consume
Spike
dies.
planted.
It's Mason right behind him to get that trade. Now the remaining 3 members of Radical Light stuck together in a trio. Dark goes out, but Animated not going to be caught. Finds the first onto Dark. Just 2 left around this corner. Nade goes out, but Reality closes the round out with a well-timed lurk. That's it. 10-4. Radical Light, things are looking rather grim for you. You have a timeout left.
I'll see it.
You're allowed to pop it now, and I don't know if Smiles wants to pop it or she wants to wait just a moment longer, see if Radical Light can close out this buy rounds. It does look like a pretty strong buy coming through for Daybreak, though. Even on the bonus. Still dangerous for sure.
Hoping to see a change. Radical Light just not winning their gunfights, realistically. So, gotta see some improvement on those. Like another fast split here from Daybreak. Already up into market. Mason already on the site that slides in.
Pushing the pace so much. And backside now. And Omen is just not ready for it at all. Cubiquat getting the trade. But Average evening the playing field. Shots are incredible. Espen almost whiffs. Finds Animated, symptom of the score. Nade goes out. Push Consume off the line. 2 versus 2. This is so god dang winnable. Health is good as well. Low HP, a little bit for Average, but Consume still full HP. Wall goes out for Cress as well as the flash. Consume going to be forced off the line. Cress starting to hit heavier into this half. Raise Rocket goes through Average in a 1 versus 2. This is so winnable. Espen around this angle. Average finds him, but the time too dang low. Damage done, but no round to be found. Average going to be happy with the damage still. Radical Light barely finding this round, and it's off the back of mistakes from Daybreak.
Yeah, indeed. Average tried to do his best there. Espen did a good job of stalling, just using the satchels to kind of throw off the fight. Looked a little weird when she pulled out the classic, but in the end, it bought just enough time for Crest to be able to stick that bomb.
Eye goes out in the mid. Daybreak doing what Radical could not and pushing the pace so heavily. Wall going down now. Omen getting ready to smoke this off and stop Daybreak's advance, even only for a moment. Bot not going to spot Dark, still in heaven. There's an engagement going on in A main, however. Mason finds 2! Doesn't even need a rifle! Opening this A site wide open. Dark left to contend against an army. Animated, running straight in, knife out, but still, Dark barely closes the kill out. Seasoned combo. Dark making it out alive, only barely. Mason more spammed shots. Dark low HP. Average getting this plant off. Consume on the angle. It's a low buy for Radical, even though they won the round. And who else but Reality? Backline Warrior finds Omen. 2 versus 4. Dark catches the first, an elbow. Ray is forced to drop off. Reality still swinging around, but Average actually the one to find both the kills. This kid is playing out of his mind. This is the Average that we've been waiting to see. Where has he been? And 11-5, Radical Light, absolutely no chance for redemption back into this map. 2 rounds separate Radical Light and going down a map already in the series, putting them on series point. It's not over yet though. Radical Light will have to see if they have any response. Daybreak yet again deciding to push the pace. Warning pings out for Radical Light in the middle. Want to make sure that Daybreak can't abuse the space any longer, but Daybreak have other plans. Starting out silent, walking down B main. Camera text B main, but doesn't spot them out. Allows for this fatal to go down. Mason again finding first picks on the outlaw. Cress put in the dirt. Raid boss down. Omen catches Animated straight through the smoke, but Animated second chance taken. Smoke fading. Almost catches the first, but Consume still gets the trade. Plant going to go out for Average now before Mason grabs this rifle, runs it back to A main. No extra guns will be found. Espen finds a sheriff. Might be able to look to do something with it. We'll have to actually if they want to find anything else. Stun goes through and Mason pushing the face so much. Finds a third and finds a fourth. It's Mason!
You're done.
Going absolutely nuclear! Daybreak series.
Point.
Something they want so badly. And they're one step closer now on match point going to be found. Radical pushing for redemption, but may just have to wait until another map. Daybreak now.
Joke's
Falling
over.
off middle.
You're dead.
Going back towards middle into this round. I going out, scanning these mid players. Crest in a main with this Phoenix ultimate, but might not even find anything for it. And it's Mason. Somehow found his way into spawn. KiwiCot has absolutely no idea. Look behind you! And animated as well. Finding Omen. All of a sudden 3 versus 5. The round has just started. Average. Handing this plant straight over to consume. Animated finds Esp. In reality, going for the knife will not be found. But still, looking so dang grim. Consumed. Pops this raise ult. But cannot find anything. Mason finds Dark and just Crest left. And Average. 13 to 5. Daybreak will not back down. They're not done yet. Finally going up in this series 1-0. And we will be back after this short break to see whether Radical Light can push for a third map or if they will be down for the count.